What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of RE Teaches Drums. In today's video, I'm going to break down the Rhythm X 2026 snare feature. This is part 3 of their book, and congrats to Rhythm X. They just took first place in WGI Finals in Dayton, Ohio, and that is amazing. Congrats to all the performers and all the groups who just went out there. There was just so many amazing shows. I'm curious what you guys thought of the shows. Definitely drop your thoughts in the comments, but without further ado, let's jump into the music here. I'm gonna play at 30 clicks under tempo, so at 150 beats per minute, so that you can get the beats in your hands and start learning it, and then bump it up from there. And before I start, I do wanna shout out Nolan Murdoch, who made this transcription, and then I did edit his transcription a little bit. You'll notice a couple notes here and there where it looks like Rhythm X might have changed some things from early season to late season. Let's break down the first 2 measures in slow motion first. 1, 2, ready, and a go. So in the first measure, the way I like to think of this is we have 4 alternating strokes to start it, 1 E and a 2, and then on the 2 and the E of 2, we're gonna put a little button, so a little accent, so da-ga-da-ga-da-ga, right, like that. And then we have one more right hand coming out of that, so da-ga-da-ga-da-ga-dom, right? 1 E and a 2 E end. After that, we have 2 left Swiss armies. So that's the sticking with the flam. So right hand grace note, and we're gonna go left, left, right, left, left, right. So you come out of that Swiss with another accent, and it does 2 accents. So in total, so far, in slow motion, we have. So that's how I like to think of that. Swiss, Swiss, and then you get there. 1 E and a 2 E and Swiss, Swiss, right. 1 E and a 2 E and Swiss, Swiss, right. 1 E and a 2 E and Swiss, Swiss, right. Okay, and then coming out of that, you do it again. Right, left, right, Swiss, Swiss, right. So it's kind of like 2 E and again, except it's on 4 E and. So it's the same exact idea, just the accents are a little higher, we're crescendoing up. All right, and then coming out of that, we have 2 E and a 3 and 4 and 1. So let's take those 2 measures in slow motion first. 1, 2, ready, and a go. Cool, one more time. 1, 2, ready, and go. Okay, and in slow-mo, I'm playing those Swiss armies up just so that you can really feel the sticking, and I would encourage that as well. But as you speed it up, you'll notice there's no accents at all on those Swiss armies. So eventually, we'll kind of tame those down. So it's really just adding a little choppiness to the 16th notes that are going on there. One more time. And you can see I'm keeping those Swiss armies low. All right, next measure, we have 2 tap 5 triplet tap rolls. So 1, 2, and then on beat 3, we have a paradiddle diddle tap. So, and we end on a left hand flam. Let's do that in slow motion. 1, 2, ready, a go. Okay, a little faster. 1, 2, ready, go. Let's try it at 150. Okay, and then out of this, we have a left hand flam tap, still in 8th note triplet timing. All right, and then out of that, we have that right hand accent on the 3rd partial of beat 1, followed by beat 2, just a low triplet 7-stroke roll. Okay, so we have, that gets you to beat 3. 1, a 2, 3. 1, a 2, 3. In slow-mo, 1, a 2, 3, go. 1, a 2, 3. Then we just have alternating flams coming out of that. So right, left, right, left. Make sure that the grace note is switching. So it's alternating, right? So we have, it's alternating, right? So we have right, left, Okay, then, let's try that with the Met. Measure 4. One more time. Okay, and then coming out of here, we have in slow motion, we have paradiddle backstick. And that backstick, we're going to do a pudda sticking. So pudda left, right. Gets you to a shot. And then we're going to go paradiddle, diddle, right, left. And then here we are again with this left-hand Swiss Army triplet, but it's in 16th notes. So if your left-hand Swiss Armies are kind of rough, you just got to work on them. You just got to get reps, practicing. A lot of times we play right-hand Swiss Armies. So a lot of us get really comfortable with that, but maybe we're not as comfortable with left-hand Swisses. So that's one of the challenges with this snare feature. Okay, so this is again a 2-measure phrase. So let's finish it out. So again, sorry, we were saying we have paradiddle, backstick, paradiddle, diddle, right, left, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, digga-digga, down. Okay, so on that last part coming out of there, we had 3 and 4 and 1. And that's a triplet 16th notes there, 3 of them, to the and of 4. Okay, let's take those 2 measures in slow motion. 1, 2, ready, and a go. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4 and 1, 2, one more time, and go. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4 and 1. Cool, let's try it with the Met. 1, 2, digga 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 da da down. So again, it's going to be tough to not only play those left-hand Swisses, but to crescendo them up. And to be honest, if you watch the lot video, in part because they're going so much faster, they're going 30 clicks faster than this, there's not that much crescendo on those left-hand Swisses. It's just like a little bit, just a little bit of direction. I'm really emphasizing it so I can get the contour of the way it's written. The next measure, measure 7, we have some tap triplet rolls. Tap 5 to a long tap roll off the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. In slow motion, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. One more time, and go. Cool, let's try it with the Met. 1, 2, ticka 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 down. 2 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And again, when you're practicing these things, guys, I really encourage using subdivisions on your metronome. If you don't have a metronome, I love the TE tuner. It costs like $3, and then you can have all the subdivisions you want. So I can practice getting those triplets in time, and then adding the rolls. And then it's a matter of just evening out those doubles. Cool, next measure, measure 8, we have 1 and 2 and. So right hand accent followed by decaying left hand flams. 1 and 2 and then 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Let's do that in slow motion. 2, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. All right, so again in slow motion. 1, 2, 3 and go. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. 2, one more time and go. 1 and 2 and 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Cool, with the Met. 2, one more time. Cool. All right, coming out of here. Again, we have a 2-measure phrase here. So in slow motion, we're going to have paradiddle diddle singles, doubles, paradiddle diddle singles, doubles right, and 3 and 1. Sorry, I meant to say 3 and 4 and 1. Cool. So let's try those together. And for these doubles, once we get faster, you just got to keep them low and go and use your forearm to get those doubles out. Okay, so we've got, here we go in slow-mo, 2, 3, and go. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4 and 1, 2, again, and go. Paradiddle diddle singles, doubles, paradiddle diddle singles, double 3 and 4 and 1. So on that 3 and 4 and, it's just a shot, and then all left hand flams up. Cool, let's try it with the Met. 1, 2, out 150. Again, 1, And those accents should crescendo. So we should start low, mezzo piano, paradiddle diddles. And then coming out of that, it's gonna be the same, and then crescendo up on the next one. So it's kind of this shape that's going on, crescendoing up. One more time. This is another difficult measure because those rolls are really fast, so you gotta be able to develop the control and the chops for that. Okay, next measure. We have in measure 11, we have, yet again, I like to think of this as a 2-measure phrase, but I'll just break down this one. So measure 11, we've got in slow-mo, paradiddle, paradiddle, pudda, pudda, shot and stop. So it's pudda sticking there on beat 3, but we're gonna double the accent. Digga-da-da, digga-da-da, choco-gong. Cool, one more time in slow motion. 2, 3 E and a go, and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. And you're gonna end on that low right. Let's try that in time. And again, for this, you're gonna have to really use your forearm to mash out that double and to have that crisp rhythm of 2 32nd notes, right? Because a 16th note double means you're doubling the rhythm. You want 2 32nd notes. You want to hear that rhythm in there. All right, and then next measure, we have a low flam tap off the right, followed by left-right accent. So flam right, left, and then here we are with that right hand flam tap again, and then a left hand shot, and then a right hand shot. So that's 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. Okay, and then when you get to beat 3, 3 and 4 and. So that's a right hand shot, followed by a left hand flam 5, and then a low left press buzz. So 3 and 4 and 1. And that's in 8th notes there. So in total, we've got slow motion, ready, go. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and 1. 2 again and go. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 E and 1. Cool, let's try that with the Met. Cool, so that's really tough stuff, you guys. There's a lot of intricacies to that, but once you get the flow of it, it does flow, I promise you. I promise you. So again, if you're kind of uncomfortable with some of these things, like just practice flame taps. Getting those comfortable, because you gotta be able to, right, get that rhythm, that speed as well. Okay, next measure is maybe one of the hardest parts of the book. When I first started learning this, I was like, dang, this is really brave to do with the amount of chops it's going to take for these doubles with buzzes on the second note. This is what we're about to get into. So here's how it goes, and once you get the flow of it, I think if you guys get the technique, you'll be comfortable. So in slow motion, we have paradiddle diddle, right, left, right. So think of that first. So in measure 13, paradiddle diddle, right, left, right. And what you want to do is after that right, you're just going to press. You just got to press your arm down into that head to get a nice crisp buzz. Because if you're too wristy, you're going to get this long buzz. And we can't afford that as we get faster. It's not going to work. So you need to be very tight with this. And I don't mean like tense, but you gotta press. You gotta press. That's what it's going to turn into. And at faster, it's even faster than that. So it's really like a twitch, where you're going to twitch that buzz into the head. All right, so let's finish this out. So it's 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, 4 and 1. 2 again, go. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, 4 and 1. Ready and a go. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, 4 and 1. With the met. A little slow. That's it. Let's try it one more time. And I think the hardest thing with this, guys, is maintaining the integrity of straight 16th notes through the added buzzes. It's still going to sound like digga 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 da at the end of the day, even with the buzzes. So I'd recommend practice this without the buzzes first. Get it to where you can just play the pattern with the doubles. And then eventually add the buzzes in. All right, guys, we're finally to the last two full measures. So in this next measure, we have this idea where we're taking a right hand accent and then left hand flam tap, and we're gonna do that twice. So 1 E and a 2 E and. Then we do the next pattern twice as well, which is just alternating with an accent every 3. So and a 3 E and a 4. And then we're gonna keep that alternating but add doubles. 4 E and a 1 E and. That gets you into the next measure. So in total, slow motion, we have okay, and to finish it out, we have and a 2 E and a 3, 4, shot. And that's the end of it. So let's take those last two full measures plus the last shot in slow motion. Ready, go. 2, 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4 and 1, 2, one more time, go. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and 4 and 1. Cool, let's take it with the bat. Again, for these doubles, you got to really get that forearm going. And just lifting straight up to get that double. You don't want to be wristing that out, or else you're going to be slow, my guys. Okay, friends, we made it through the whole entire feature. This is exciting. Let's try the whole thing. Let's get a rep at 150, and then I'll try to bump it up gradually. We'll see where we get. Here we go, 150, full run. Okay, let's keep bumping it up in tens. So here's 160. We'll see if we can pull this off. Again, you guys, I'm using my chop outs today. My other pair I usually use, which are my Ralph Hardimans, I got a chip in them, and so they're cracked. I got to get some new pairs of sticks, but this is what I'm working with today. A little choppier, so I'll see if I can do this. 160. All right, not too shabby. Had a little accidental rim click in there, but hey, I'll take it. Let's go to 170. Chopped out a little bit right at the end on some of those rolls, but you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's move on to 180 beats per minute. See if I can actually handle this. This is the actual tempo of the show that Rhythm X was going. Guys, that is brutal. That's pretty crazy. The left hand swisses get me in that first measure, the first two measures. There's just something about that control and just the flow of it that's pretty difficult at 180 beats per minute. So I would have to keep working on this one. I just learned this a couple days ago, so gotta keep chopping out on it, gotta keep repping it. I hope it was helpful to you guys today. All right, guys, thank you for joining me for yet another WGI breakdowns that I do here. If you found the step-by-step tutorial helpful, please definitely subscribe to the channel, like this video, and drop a comment below to let me know what would you like me to break down next. Also follow for more fundamentals videos that I do. Check out the channel. I've got a lot of different breakdowns you may find helpful, or maybe even your students if you are an instructor. So really appreciate you guys sharing the channel around if you're finding this channel to be helpful for you. Really helps support what we do here, and we're building a bigger community of drummers. So at the end of the day, that's my goal with this channel. Again, congrats to Rhythm X for taking the gold this year. Really impressed with the show, and it blew me away as a fan and as a teacher and a drummer. So it was just amazing to watch. Congratulations, members, staff, and congrats to all the WGI performers this year. All right, till next time, you guys. Ari Schiller out.